Now, the Council of Governors is at the moment holding a day-long consultative forum on the state of devolution in the country. The governors say that although progress has been made in devolving services to the counties, much more needs to be done. Let's now listen in to part of this morning's proceedings.
Indeed, thank you so much, Akisa. We are at the Safari Park Hotel where the Council of Governors, the chairperson, has just delivered an address, the state of the devolution in the country, where he's mentioned several issues, especially on the government, the successes and challenges 3 years down the line. And in fact, with me now here is the chairperson of the Council of Governors, Governor Peter Munya of Meru County. Chairperson, just looking at it, what is your take on the state of devolution right now?
Well, the state of devolution is robust. We are very optimistic and very happy with what we have done so far. If you look at the statistics we are giving you, and many of them actually derived from national service, some of them done by the national government. You can see we have made tremendous progress in all the sectors that are involved. Look at agriculture, you see the transformation we have done. If you look at roads, we've been able to, with very limited resources, we've been able to do a lot of work in providing access roads for farmers and traders and making markets accessible. If you look at the water provision, we've been able to, in a very short time, provide water to over 600 households within a very short time. And I'm telling you, these statistics are not really very current, because some counties, even when they ask for information, they are not able to give. If we were able to collect all the information, the picture is even more robust than we are presenting. So we are very happy and very excited about the project of devolution.
Indeed, and just looking at it, most functions were devolved in March this year after the transition period. And I still see you've raised concerns about especially the road infrastructure, and we say maybe this could cripple the rural economy. What's your take on this, and what do you want to see done on road, especially infrastructure?
Absolutely. We are saying we are able to, we have inherited over 21,000 new kilometers of roads, and no single cent was allocated for maintaining those roads in the coming financial year. And we are saying this is a very sad situation, because what that means is that you could see the rural economy collapsing. People not able to reach market centers, produce not being able to be moved from the farm to the factory and to the stores. And remember, agriculture is the mainstay of the Kenyan economy. And if powering agriculture, you are really powering the entire economy. So it is very myopic when you decide that you don't want to give any more money to counties to maintain roads, and yet you want our economy to continue growing. You know, there is no separate economy when all is said and done. When things are done at the county level, it has a multiplier effect in terms of transforming the GDP of the entire country. So we would want the national leadership to be less myopic and look at the need to provide money to maintain these roads.
Indeed.
And we have to move away from the national agencies that were created before devolution, that are very wasteful in terms of doing roads, and that are very inefficient, and that are not in touch with the local realities, and therefore are not able to provide resources to do the right roads that are required to do. Devolution was coming so that development can be people-driven, the needs of the people, and the people should be involved in determining what those needs are. If you use national agencies, you are never able to pick the requirements of the ordinary citizen down there.
Indeed, just looking at the matter of resources and revenue allocation, I see you still complaining that the national government is not giving you enough funds, and you're talking of about 45% at least of the national revenue should go to county governments. Why do you think this should be so, and how do you intend to meet it?
We have we did our own costing of functions, and we did also research from other countries that have involved the system of government. Some of them transfer 60% to devolved units. If you look like Germany, for example, 60% of the resources go to devolved units. Other countries do 50%, others do 40%. You look at our system and you look at the functions that have been devolved, for us to fully fund them, and if we cost them, if we got 45% of the resources collected nationally, we are not calling them national revenue. We are calling it revenue collected nationally, because the revenue collected nationally does not belong to one level of government. It belongs to all of us. So a fair system, an equitable system where counties are also given equitable share that reflects their mandates, it should be at 45%. And the national government has not argued against that, if they have not given us any statistic to the contrary.
Indeed, just looking at it.
All they keep saying is that we don't have enough, we need to do national development, but they have never given any scientific argument against the argument that 45% of the resources are required at the county level. And indeed what we need to determine that is we look at the national agencies still doing county functions and the resources they have been given.
And maybe the last question, you talked about the concern about external borrowing by the national government, which is impacting the county level government. Maybe as a last question, what's your take? What do you want to see the government do when it comes to external borrowing?
What we require is prudent external borrowing that looks at the long-term development of the country, that also looks at the needs of devolved units. We can't have borrowing that keeps reducing resources that go to the local economy. That is actually the engine of growth of the country. So we are not saying there shouldn't be borrowing. We are saying that there should be a system where there is even a consultation. In fact, the Constitution envisions a committee, a council that is called a Loans and Grants Council, that is able to look at the global picture before determining what needs to be borrowed at the national level. Right now is one level of government just borrowing at its own behest without any systems that can control this. We think that is not right, it's not sustainable, and you have had even other institutions raising that matter. You have had even the IMF and other institutions saying, oh, if you don't control this borrowing, there could be problems in the future.
Thank you so much indeed, Governor Peter Munya, that's the chairperson of the Council of Governors, giving us some of his sentiments about how the county governments should relate with the national government. For more on this, we'll be giving you in our later bulletins. From Safari Park Hotel, I'm Patrick Amimo. Back to you, Akisa.
Thank you very much, Patrick, for that report. Patrick there just engaging with the chairman of the Council of Governors, Peter Munya, who is definitely vouching for more funds to get into the county governments and also has reservations about the heavy borrowing by the national government. We'll definitely be bringing you a full report, as Patrick says, in our subsequent bulletins.